Alrighty guys, Nebcon has come and passed, and I spent a lot of money there. I probably spent more than I should have, but to be honest with you, Nebcon comes once a year, and it's really hard to get a lot of this interesting stuff here in my local area, Omaha metro area. So I tend to go a little all out at Nebcon. It's one of the few times that I get to buy these kind of items, and other than like the anime and DVDs and things, usually I can find that here. But a lot of the stuff this year I actually cannot. I did want to start out by saying in the day by day video, I mentioned the anime Nebraskon pin, and we weren't able to find it. I was able to find mine while I was unpacking all of my amazing goodies that I got, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like real quick. It's a little red pin with the anime Nebraskon AN on it. Just to show you what it does in fact look like. I'm not sure if Brandy ever found hers, but I found mine, so I thought I'd give it a go and show it to you. I'm going to start out with the figures I got. This year I tried to focus more on doing fun things like grab bags, and then focusing on getting a lot of the more expensive figurines, especially considering this year a lovely company, which I have their business card. Let me make sure I name them correctly. This lovely company called Tangerine Mountains Imports and Designs was there. They specialize in vintage kimonos, haoris, yukatas, obis, things like that. So I spent actually most of my money there at their booth because kimonos and haoris, we actually cannot really get around here without custom ordering them online or making them ourselves, which I'm a terrible seamstress, so that wasn't going to happen anytime soon. So I have them here with me to just show you a basic what the pattern looks like of the fabric, but I won't be putting them on or anything for you because I've still got to learn how to wear them. But I did spend most of my money on those objects instead. Because I really can't get them here, whereas figurines I can at least buy those online should I choose to. So while I did buy some, I didn't buy a whole lot. I'm going to start with these little tiny, they're basically like grab bag figurines. Here is a little Sasuke from Naruto. And these are cool. They are actually from a Jump Festa in Japan, I assume, and they're little Coca-Cola figurines. So they're just little tiny Naruto figures that I was able to get a hold of. I also found a Sakura, which is great because they're my favorite. And then in this little bag, I actually have a matching Kakashi, which I will get out. I hadn't opened it yet, just brought it home. And there's a matching Kakashi from Jump Festa as well. He too, is just like Sakura and Sasuke, is a Coca-Cola figure. And also in this little bag, I got these little guys as well. Naruto is one of my husband and I's favorite to watch, especially together. So it was fun to just spend $5 on all of this and get tiny little figures that are cute and adorable. While I get situated. I did buy a blind box. I am a huge Cardcaptor Sakura fanatic. Like, I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites. Brandy and my friend Allie focus a lot on Sailor Moon, which I do love. But my big geek over when it comes to adorable, cutesy, girly animes is Cardcaptor Sakura. And I have opened it because I couldn't help myself. And I got this, which I haven't put it together, but I did get Tomoyo from Cardcaptor Sakura. And she comes in this little pink adorable dress. And then it does have its stand with it. Upstairs I do have a Sakura. So now I'll have a Tomoyo and a Sakura, which is, I'm really excited about. And it was the last blind box that the little company that I had went to, the vendor, had on them. So I did get a little lucky and got a Tomoyo, which I would have liked any of the characters. It didn't matter who I got, but Tomoyo is kind of cool to see. And I also got a Sailor Pluto. She's an in-box mini Sailor Pluto, from a more recent release of figurines. Sailor Pluto is by far my favorite Sailor Scout. So anything I got this weekend that was Sailor Moon was basically Pluto. She's my absolute favorite, which I was excited to be able to get a little bit of merchandise from her. I have gotten blind boxes before, but I always end up with Uranus or Neptune in them, which is great. I love those characters as well. But Pluto is my absolute favorite from this specific manga and anime. So I made sure to pick up Pluto merchandise as I didn't have any before. And then, because Dragon Ball Z is my absolute favorite fighting based anime ever when it comes to just constant fighting and whatnot, I picked up a Trunks Funko Pop. I do own other Funkos, not from anime though. I have Captain America and Avengers Funkos. But I was able to pick up a beautiful Trunks at a vendor's booth this year. I could not pass him up. Since the anime version of Funkos is really hard to get around here, our local Hot Topics do sell some of the Dragon Ball Z and a lot of the Sailor Moon and stuff like that they have out now. But I have not seen a Trunks in my area, so I was not about to pass that sucker up. And I did pick up some keychains this year. And I'm going to start with my little mini Sailor Pluto. She's just a tiny little keychain figurine, which I don't actually carry my keychains. I like to keep them in the best condition possible. While I will open her and take her out of her bag, I will not be carrying her with me. I like to leave them sitting on little... I have a little staircase in my office on a shelf, and I sit all of my little tiny figurines on those. So she will actually be joining upstairs. As well, this adorable little, it's the Helios chalice that Helios gives to Minnie Moon in order to help her along her way. Helios is actually one of my other favorite characters that's not necessarily a main character in Sailor Moon. I really enjoy the Pegasus a lot, and that arc that he's in. So I was thrilled to get a tiny little Helios chalice. If I could ever get a hold of an actual Proplica Helios chalice, that'll make my whole life. And then I got this tiny little, he's on a bungee cord, Amuse plushie hamster. He's the only plushie that I picked up from con, because a lot of the times, which is great, people love to get the giant versions of like the hamsters and the ferrets and the cats and the Shiba Inu puppies and things like that. I don't have a lot of use for plushies. They just end up sitting on the shelf like the figurines. But unfortunately, the plushies are harder to clean because I don't like to put them through the wash. So I try to only buy them at minimum if it's something that I absolutely cannot live without. Or if it comes in a crate. A lot of the times I'll keep the ones that come in crates. So I could not pass up this tiny little guy. He is an Amuse plushie. So he is a name brand Amuse. Amuse is a big Japanese plushie company. So this guy was absolutely adorable. I couldn't pass up the tiny little baby hamster. At the same station that I got my kimonos at, which I'll show last because they are kind of bulky and large, I did pick up a really cute Japanese fan. While I can get stuff like this around here, usually the prints are relatively basic. A lot of them will just be plain colors or whatever. This one had gorgeous, bright, and colorful flowers on it, which I'm all about. So I was not about to pass up the adorable little fan. And then there was a booth this year. Last year they specialized in mostly Sailor Moon stuff. This year their big thing was Studio Ghibli, and I have a feeling it's because one of the creators of Studio Ghibli passed away this year. Which was a big loss for the anime community. Studio Ghibli, the company, is great. I love a lot of their movies and characters. So I was excited to see a booth that was dedicated to Studio Ghibli this year. While they had other things like Sailor Moon and a lot of art books, they specialize in having a lot of the different art books. I only bought a grab bag, which I'll show you the contents from several grab bags mushed together. I also bought the Sailor Pluto keychain from them, and I bought this amazing Studio Ghibli thing. I could not pass it up. It's neat, it's different, and it's not something that I've seen around here. It is a Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. It's a stained glass puzzle. Now, you can't really see it, but these pieces are actually clear, so you can actually see straight through the puzzle. So I couldn't pass it up. I haven't seen stained glass puzzles like this around here. I've seen stained glass puzzles that are like the fake stained glass, but this is actually like almost real stained glass. They're little plastic, clear, see-through pieces, and you put the puzzle together, and it looks like a stained glass window. And Gigi, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Princess Mononoke are my two favorite Studio Ghibli movies. So I couldn't pass up getting the Gigi. They had Totoro and things like that, but I wasn't about to give up the Gigi. To go with that, I spent the extra $10 and got the frame for it. It's a Japanese frame. The puzzle itself ends up to be a 3x5 puzzle. But this frame is actually custom made for these stained glass puzzles. And I'm going to show you the back here. You actually put in the stained glass puzzle through it here into the back of it. And there's no back to the actual frame. So you get to see straight through the frame as if it was a real stained glass window. So for an extra $10, I figured I would indulge myself and get an actual frame that I could put in a window and still use it as a stained glass. So that was absolutely amazing. I was totally thrilled with it. I wish they had more than just these, the Studio Ghibli ones. They had the fake, not really fake, they're the regular puzzles that were stained glass themed, that were Sailor Moon based. I wished that those were actually stained glass puzzles. I think that would have been a lot of fun to get one of those as well. However, the Studio Ghibli ones are beautiful, so I can't wait to put it together and see what it looks like all done. Now for grab bags. Brandy, my other half to Two Moons Cosplay, is obsessed with grab bags. She loves to get them, and then half the time I end up with a bunch of the merchandise because she's not as big a fan about whatever was in them. This year we got 3 regular grab bags and 1 mature grab bag, which I'm not showing anything from. Not because I didn't like anything from it. I actually do have a couple pieces from it. But because it is mature, and it was a mature bag, it was all mature based items, like manga books and things like that. So I'm not going to show them because they do have nudity and things in them and on them. So I'm going to have to keep those locked up. I apologize for that. But for the grab bags that we did split and share, I will show you the things that we got. We did trade things back and forth from our grab bags, so I did get quite a big variety, as did she. And we also gave some stuff to Allie because we ended up with triplicates, and there's 3 of us, so that worked out kind of nice. So I'm going to start out with this adorable Sailor Moon pencil. Turn it a little bit. It's got some of the Sailor Moon characters on it, and it does say Sailor Moon across it, Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon across it here, and it is a neat little pencil. It does not have an eraser. Some pencils come with them, some don't. And I've noticed as of late that a lot of Japanese pencils actually don't have erasers on them. Most likely because they're notorious for the cutesy little tiny erasers that children like to carry around. And it's just easier to carry those around if you don't have an eraser on the end of your pencil. So it is a 2B pencil, which is nice. I can actually use it for drawing. I can use it to write with. So I was thrilled. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to actually use it for anything, because it is anime and I like to keep my things pretty. So we'll see what happens. And then I got this little box. Now, or little ball, actually. It's not a box. But you'll notice that mine's already opened. It used to have a little banner around it. I opened it to see what I got, because they're usually figurines from a series And the figurines from a series that I don't know, but the characters are absolutely adorable, so I like to keep them anyway. So I'll show you the little pamphlet. It's from the Series 2 collection of this specific anime. And it's this here. I really don't know. I just think that the little figures are adorable. We got a couple of these last year. Brandy ended up keeping. This one was in my grab bag specifically, so I decided to keep it, mostly because Brandy already had this character. I got this one here. This lovely lady fighter. And the bag is kind of all crinkled, and it's bagged within a bag. But this is what it comes like when you get a lot of figurines, especially the ones that come in little pods. Like the blind box that I showed you, they come in pieces, and then you have to click them together to put them away. I'm just going to move this to the side real quick. I'll put it all back away, and actually I'll probably build the figurine later. I also got a cute little, it's a stamp, a little wooden block stamp. It says from, and then has a Pikachu on it, which is absolutely adorable. Pikachu is my favorite. Brandy got a Mew stamp and a Clefairy stamp in both of hers, and I got lucky and got a Pikachu one in mine, so I was very pleased with that. This will be absolutely adorable to use for all different kinds of bookings and whatnot. Brandy got one in each. Brandy got one of these in hers, and then I ended up getting one in mine. So one of them is slightly open, and the other one is in its original package. They're Inuyasha lip balms, which is fantastic. Inuyasha is one of my absolute favorites as well. I kind of geek out over Inuyasha stuff. I do have like other figures, and I own half of the manga and anime, and I own all of the movies. So you have no idea how elated I was when Brandy pulled hers out of the bag and said, "Look, Inuyasha lip balm," and handed it to me. I freaked out. Now, it is still plastic wrapped. It is sealed. They're both sealed. They come that way. So, and then I have one that's in its original display packaging because I did not open mine. So these were really cool to see. They're useful. They're adorable. I don't know what flavors they are. And I can't tell because I cannot read Japanese. I really need to get on that ball. And then I got this adorable in one of my kimono grab bags. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a horse. It looks like a horse to me. Maybe it's a donkey. I don't know. It's a little bell. And it comes on a little cord, a stretchy, well, slightly stretchy cord. It's basically a keychain. But it's just a tiny, adorable little horse that rings and jingles. Also in one of my kimono grab bags, I got this cute little key cover. It's a little panda key cover to put on your keys. I probably won't use it, but I do have some friends that would like it. I'm not as big into pandas as a lot of people, which is fine for me. But it is cute and adorable, and I did enjoy getting it and opening it up and seeing it. And I did get this as well. I believe it's a bouncy ball. Now, it's not open, and again, I cannot read Japanese, so I can't tell if it's a marble or a bouncy ball. I'm pretty sure it's a bouncy ball. The vendor said it was a bouncy ball, so I'm going to assume that it is. Now, Brandy got one in her bag, and I got one in mine, both Mew. And Brandy had actually bought a Mew bouncy ball before she had bought either of those two, so our friend Allie ended up getting one as well. And he's just cute and little, and a tiny little Mew. Pokemon, it just is one of those things that I just absolutely adore because it's such a big childhood thing. So for Pokemon Go to come out this year and bring Pokemon back around, along with the new Pokemon games that will be coming out this year, Pokemon Sun and Moon, I was thrilled to see so much Pokemon stuff. I didn't buy a whole lot of it because, again, I was trying to avoid a lot of the figurines and plushies and stuff this year and focused more on getting kimonos to wear for Lazy Day cosplays. That I didn't buy a whole lot of it, but it was fun to get the stuff in the grab bags, just cute little things from when we were kids. I also got in a grab bag. This is the only thing from the mature grab bag that I'm actually going to show. And the reason why is because There's nothing graphic on the front of it. It's the Ultimate Uncut Special Edition Vegeta Saga 1 Dragon Ball Z Into the Wild movie. Now, it's the DVD. I actually have this already, and I do own the uncut version. But this one I wanted to keep because this one is sealed in plastic. The one I got was used. Picked it up at my local Half Price Books bookstore. But this one is unsealed. Or is sealed. Ugh, I'm all over the place. This one is sealed. It's got all of its original stickers and things on it. It's just a neat little collectible to have sitting around since it's in such perfect condition. And this is fantastic. Now, I'm not opening it. Brandy chose to open hers, which is fine. She didn't used to have one as a child, so I thought, you know, she should open hers and actually enjoy it like I did when I was a child. It is a 1997 collector's edition Japanese Tamagotchi. And it comes in this great little box that flips open, so I'm going to flip it open. And I ended up with a red one. I'm not sure what one Brandy got, and then we actually got 3 of them because each grab bag had one. So our good friend Allie got a Tamagotchi as well. I used to have these when I was a kid. They're great little toys. I actually have, I used to have a Tamagotchi, the Ariel Little Mermaid Tamagotchi, and then I still have, it's my husband's, but I get to keep it. The little Pikachu speedometer walking Tamagotchi like toy that I used to have. So these are fun. I'm not going to open mine as the specific collector's edition 1997, which I was thrilled to get. I'm actually going to keep it up on a shelf in a box, and it's nice and beautiful little packaging. Because you never know what you're going to need. And it is an original by Bandai. So it is not a fake, which I haven't really seen a lot of bootleg Tamagotchis, but in today's day and age, you never know what you're going to run across. So I was very excited to see an original. One of Brandy's grab bag included a Tsubasa manga. This is book number 23. To Clamp's Tsubasa. I'm a big Clamp nerd, as I mentioned with Cardcaptor Sakura, and this actually, Tsubasa, if you don't know what it is a mash of all of Clamp. So a lot of Clamp's characters from their other novels are in this novel base, as Sakura and Shaoran have to collect all of her feathers by going to different dimensions to collect them, because Sakura has lost all of her memories, and each feather is a memory. So Shaoran and Sakura go around and collect all of them, and as they go through different dimensions, they run into different Clamp characters trying to catch them, along with getting into lots of trouble, because what is a manga without a little trouble? It's one of my favorites as well. So she let me have it because she's not a big Clamp fan, whereas I am a huge fanatic. And then I also got in, actually, I'm pretty sure it was in one of hers as well. I traded her for it. It's Negima Magister Negi Magi. It's book number 28. I don't actually have any of these. I've heard of it. I've never read them. So I will have to start collecting, because now I have book 28 and not books 1 through 27 to read first. So I do not like to read manga without reading it in order. So I look forward to collecting these and getting to know them. It does look interesting, so that's a plus. So that I can go forward and read the series and get to know it. Now, I got this figure in a grab bag. I don't personally know the show or manga that it's from, but my husband did, which was lucky for me, because he was absolutely thrilled to get this in his, to get it when I showed it to him last night. It is a little Cybertron from, I think he said it's from Beast Wars, but it's a buffalo transforming figure. And he transforms into basically a transformer. That's what I keep calling him, but he turns into this guy here. And it's a sealed new inbox Japanese version of this Beast Wars, I believe, show. My husband and his brother were actually really obsessed with it when they were kids. His brother actually has this exact character, but the US release. So Ben was thrilled to get a Japanese release. And it is original in box and sealed. So he plans to keep it that way. He does not plan to take it out of the box as far as I know. So it will actually stay this way. He was elated to get it, so I was glad to please him with something that I had no idea what it was. So, now we're going to move on to my clothes collection is the best way to describe it. I purchased 2 Haori grab bags, which came with a Haori, a pair of sandals, and one of the miscellaneous objects. One of them was the panda keyring that I already showed you, and the little horse bell. Now I did grab bags because they're cheaper than buying a full, like a set that you can see, but at the same time, I didn't really know what I wanted. I didn't really know what to expect. And although I looked through the actual sets, I just decided that it was easier to be surprised than it was to munch and mull over what the heck I was going to get for the other ones. So I'm going to start with this one. This is a Haori. The shoes actually don't fit me because I have ginormous feet. But they hand weave these adorable little shoes, little flip-flop type shoes. It's a popular Japanese style, and they are hand woven. So they're very cool. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them because I can't actually fit into them, but they are cute and I do like them. Now this Haori, they call it, they put descriptions on the bags, and the description on this one was a luscious strawberry pink with tiny designs and hexagon blocks, and it's delicate and delicious. Now to me this really isn't strawberry pink. To me this is more of like a darker version of what I would classify as strawberry pink. I would see this more as a guava almost instead. But I was not disappointed. It is still a really pretty fabric. And in my craft room it's kind of hard to see. But it's got all of these little tiny designs in the fabric. Like little waves and little flowers and different patterns on them. And it's a Haori. If you don't know what a Haori is basically a kimono jacket. You usually wear them over top of kimonos or yukatas at ceremonies, things like that. They are basically a little robe. They're not meant to close in the front. They're meant to stay open. So I did get a couple of these Haoris, this one included. And then my second grab bag, I got these hand-woven shoes, which also still do not fit because I have big feet. So these are just cute little hand-woven, original Japanese style shoes. And then this one, and actually, give me 1 second, I'm going to put this down on the floor. Don't worry, the packaging is underneath it. It will not get dirty. Okay, this one's hint says black jacket with sparkly purple mountains and buildings with flowers woven into the fabric. I bought this one because I wanted a bright and I wanted a dark, because they are considered more of a formal type piece. I can wear these anywhere. I can wear them around the house. I can wear them out. I can wear them to next year's Nebraskon when I get lazy and decide that I don't want to wear my cosplay anymore because it's probably painful in some form or fashion, because what's Nebraskon without a little pain? Anyway, it is this beautiful black fabric, which I might not be able to see it. Well, I guess you kind of can. With these super duper delicate, very, very dark purple mountains. And then there's like flowers and let's see if I can open it up a little. There we go. They've got like flowers and little buildings engraved on the back of it. Otherwise, the thing is basically solid black, which is very cool. It's just a nice little subtle design to show on the back of the Haori, as I gently try to fold this up into a kind little mass. So I got 2 of these, and then I got 2 kimonos this year. And my main reason is I wanted to get kimonos because they're great for what I like to call lazy day cosplays. They're nice to wear out and things like that, but when you go to conventions, sometimes, especially Sundays or Fridays, when you're just getting in or you're just about to leave, getting all the way dressed up can be a pain. Saturday is usually the day that people go all out, including me. So these make nice little lazy day cosplays, because you can put on a wig if you want, and it doesn't matter whether it's a wig for a specific character and you want to look like you're going to a festival, or if it's just a random wig that you own, or you just want to wear your hair down like mine is right now. They make great, just adorable little Japanese dress-up days. I got 2 different kinds of kimonos. I got a pink silk crepe iromuji, which is a tea ceremony kimono. This is one of the most formal kimonos you can get besides wedding dresses and things like that. Tea ceremony kimonos are very important. Tea ceremonies to the culture are very important. So I wanted to get something that was a little more formal than an everyday kimono for fancier dress-up days. And it's with a pink and yellow obi. So it's a pink silk crepe with a pink and yellow obi. The obi is the piece, not that you can really see it on me, that goes around here and holds your kimono closed. Now, I don't know how to wear one. Luckily, the beautiful company, and I'll show their business card because I love them a lot and I would love to promote them. The Tangerine Mountains Design Company. That was backwards, I'm sorry. They are absolutely fantastic. They make their own videos and tutorials on how to wear their specific kimonos and designs. So I'm going to start with the kimono itself. Now, it's a very pretty peachy pink. It's a crepe material, so it does have a bit of a texture to it. And it doesn't have a pattern on it. It's literally a plain crepe kimono. The only design that I've seen on it yet, now I haven't fully opened it to look at it. I didn't want to destroy it in transit. The only little design I've seen yet is on this shoulder, which, there it is. Okay, is this little design on one of the arm sleeves. It's just cute and tiny. And I'm very curious to try kimonos on. If I ever do get it figured out, I will post pictures of me in my kimonos and the Haoris that I purchased on on our page, Two Moons Cosplay. Brandy did purchase a Haori as well. So just so you're aware, as soon as I figure out how to wear these suckers, I will try to get pictures posted. This was the obi that it came with. Now, isn't this obi just absolutely gorgeous? It is a luscious fuchsia pink, and then the designs have orange and green and yellow in them, and a little bit of cream, and it's kind of sort of shiny. As you can see, it's sort of reflecting against the camera, and it's a beautiful obi. It's a thick obi. I can show you the inside of it. It is a very thick obi. A lot of the times, kimonos and things are made out of silk a lot. And this is a nice super duper thick obi. It is great, beautiful fabric. They do an amazing job. I think they actually make them themselves. I'm pretty sure these are all hand stitched. Looking at the stitching in one of the sleeves earlier, it looks like these are all hand stitched. Now, whether they do them themselves or they buy them, I'm actually pretty certain that they hand make them. So I'm very, very impressed. It's very hard to sew in general, at least for me. So I was thrilled to be able to get these and support a business that makes them themselves. Now this one is an actual yukata kimono. Well, it's not really a kimono at all, but it's a yukata. And yukatas are worn a lot to festivals, less formal events, with the same style of a kimono. The one that I received, the hint on it was navy blue with white polka dots and an orange obi. And I'll show you why I kind of question the orange. Okay. I love polka dots. And I love kimonos with polka dots. Polka dots, flowers, butterflies, things like that. They're just so elegant and pretty. And I was thoroughly thrilled to find this grab bag the third and last day of con. As you can see, it looks kind of black on the screen. But if I turn it, there we go. You can see that it's actually a super duper dark navy. As the sun fluctuates behind me. So it's actually super duper dark navy with white spots. Sorry, I was listening to my dog. And I really love it. It is pretty. I love dark blues. With my skin tone and my red hair, dark blue looks fantastic on me. So I was very thrilled to find this. Now, the reason why I questioned the obi materials that I was given. They said orange. I don't know if I'm just colorblind a little bit or what. But this, to me, is actually red, which is fine. I love red and blue together. They're pretty colors. I don't mind them one bit. Excuse me 1 second. I'm clearing a text message off the top of my screen. And it's a red obi. It's more of like made out of a canvas material. So it's a little thicker than just cotton, which is what the kimono is made out of. And it's also got this cute little, it's got like little silver stripes on the end of it. So it's a red obi. It's just plain. I think it'll look absolutely great, whether it's orange or red to somebody, with this kimono. And then they also provide you with this little, just a pretty, almost like a tulle, I think it is tulle, obi piece that goes with it as well. I'm not positive, but I think it sits with the obi, just to kind of add a little frilly, pretty sparkliness or whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna have to look out a lot of videos. Now it's hard to see in here, but it's actually kind of a watermelon pink. It looks fuchsia on the camera, but it's actually more of a watermelon color. These, I plan to take very good care of these. I'm actually going to take them upstairs tonight and hang them up to help shake out the wrinkles a little bit. So I was thrilled to see, this is the first year that I've actually seen them there. I've only been to 2 cons, but last year they weren't there. So last year I spent most of my money on figures and various plushies and Christmas gifts. But this year when I saw that they had a kimono stand, I knew that I had to go spend all of my money on kimonos, which I basically spent over half on kimonos, and haoris. And I did that because I literally can't get them around here. And to order them online through Etsy or eBay or whatever costs a lot more, which is fine. They are usually handcrafted, handmade, and a lot of the times made out of real silk. So I totally understand why they're so expensive. But to get them around here in grab bag style and just cute little fashion, just adorable little prints for relative price. If you handpicked your kimono out without doing a grab bag style, they ranged between $80 to $150, which still really is not that bad. I would have paid full price for it, but I wanted that suspense of not knowing what I was getting, which is weird for me. It's my first year doing that. So I did go this route. So please check them out. They are brand new. They're getting their website loaded. They do have a Twitter account at Tangerine Kimono. Their website is tangerinemountain.com. They're in the process of getting their online store up and running, so I hope you guys check them out. I will try to get pictures posted as soon as I figure out how to wear these suckers. Two Moons Cosplay on Facebook, and then also on my Instagram account, which is linked to the Two Moons Cosplay, so you can check it out through there as well. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask. Con was amazing this year, and I got a lot of great goodies that I can't wait to go display on my shelves. and to wear. So that was what I picked up this year. I hope you guys had fun if you attended. And if not, I hope this video inspires you to attend to next year, even if it's for a day pass, so that you can pick up your own Nebcon swag, as we've been calling it. You can get a lot of interesting things there, and it's not just all anime. They had a table this year that was entirely just board games, and not anime board games. There were just all kinds of fantasy board games and stuff. We also have Artist Alley, which is local U.S. Artists that sell their prints, comics, their own products that they make by hand. So it's great to get out and support local crafters as well. So I hope this inspires you to go next year, just to go shopping, if anything, because it's well worth the time and money to fight the crowds, to come in and do some shopping of your own. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next video.